Hello, students. This is Dr. Iman Yahya speaking. Today, we're going to answer paper 4 chemistry, March 2022. So, please subscribe my channel to be updated with all new questions and tricky points in exam. Question number 1. This question is about the first 30 elements in periodic table. Name the element which is 78% of clean, dry air. Clean, dry air. It is nitrogen. Clean, dry air composition is 78% nitrogen, 21 oxygen, and 1 other gases, mainly noble gases, especially argon. Has atoms, number B, has atoms with an electronic structure 281. So atom will be in group 1, period 3. Group 1, period 3. So it's sodium. Is extracted from hematite. Hematite is iron 3 oxide. So extracted from hematite is iron. Forms an oxide with a joint covalent structure, silicon, which forms silicon 4 oxide. If number E, as a gas with the slowest rate diffusion at room temperature. Slowest rate means heaviest MR. Take care, first 30 elements only in periodic table, so it is argon. Has an anhydrous chloride which turns pink when water is added. This is a cobalt 2 chloride compound, but in question just mention 2 elements. Element is cobalt. Has aqueous ions which form a white precipitate when added to aqueous silver ions. Element is chlorine to form chloride ions. When chloride ions reacts with silver, produce silver chloride, which is a white precipitate. Number H forms a blue hydroxide which dissolves in aqueous ammonia. Copper ion form a blue hydroxide, which is a copper hydroxide, which is like that. Copper hydroxide responsible for blue color. Dissolve blue precipitate first, dissolve in excess of aqueous ammonia. If added to molten iron to remove impurities in the steel making process. So we need oxygen, blowing oxygen, to remove carbon as carbon dioxide, which escapes as gas. Number J is used to galvanize iron, zinc, most common equation. Student number 2, student adds excess large pieces of magnesium carbonate to dilute hydrochloric acid, HCl, and measure the volume of carbon dioxide gas given off. Add the methane state sample to the chemical equation for the reaction. Magnesium carbonate is insoluble, so state as solid. HCl for aqueous solution, so AQ. Magnesium chloride already given, aqueous, H2O liquid, and carbon dioxide is a gas, state at room temperature. Complete the dot and the cross to diagram to show the electron arrangement of ions in magnesium chloride. Take care. In question mentioned the inner shell have been drawn. So you must draw all rest shell. Magnesium ion is 2,8 electronic configuration for iron, which is positive 2. Magnesium as atom formed of 2,8,2. Magnesium loses 2 electron in outer shell to be positive ion. So now new electronic configuration is a 2,8. So you must draw outer shell which contains 8 electron, 8 axons. Then for chloride, chlorine atom is a 2,8,7 as atom when gain electron to be -1. So draw outer shell contains 1x from magnesium, except from magnesium. So don't forget to draw outer shell for chloride. Complete the dot and cross diagram to show electron arrangement in molecule of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a C double bond O, which is a CO2. So double bond between carbon and oxygen, double bond between carbon and second oxygen. So sharing area, each atom shared with 2 electrons. So in sharing area, 4 electrons. 2 dots from carbon and 2 crosses from 2 dots from oxygen and 2 crosses from carbon. Don't forget to draw non-bonding electron. Don't forget to draw non-bonding electron in oxygen. 4 electron non-bonding electron. Oxygen sharing area contains 4 electron, 2 crosses and 2 dots. Number D. The graph shows how the volume of carbon dioxide gas changes with time. Graph is volume of carbon dioxide gas against time. Describe how the graph shows that the rate of the reaction decreases. Rate of the reaction decreases as shown like that. Gradient decreases by time. Gradient decreases. Second question, number 2. Explain in terms of particle. Mention to particle. Mention to particle. Why the rate of the reaction decreases as the time increases. As the time increases, concentration of each ion decreases. So less frequently collision, less a chance to successful collision per unit time. The student repeats the experiment using powder in a state of large piece. You know powder had a larger surface area than large particles. So rate of the reaction increases. Rate of the reaction increases. So on the graph, draw the line expected when powdered magnesium carbonate is used to instead of large piece. So draw steeper than original one and stop earlier. Stop earlier and curve steeper more than original one. Original one already drawn. So, question about mole. Determine the volume of carbon dioxide gas given off when excess magnesium carbonate is added to 25 cm3. 25 cm3, which is volume of acid, and 0.4 the concentration of HCl at room temperature and pressure. First of all, please write above equation molar ratio, which is balanced in equation. So magnesium carbonate to HCl is a 1:2. Magnesium chloride 1 and water 1 and carbon dioxide 1. This is molar ratio from equation. Then calculate the number of moles of HCl. To calculate number of moles of HCl, HCl is aqueous, so use equation for liquid, which is mole concentration times volume, and volume must be in dm3. So volume, first convert to dm3, so divide by 1000 to be dm3 first, and then to calculate number of moles, concentration times volume. 0.025 times 0.4, which is 0.1 mole. Determine the number of moles of carbon dioxide. So from equation by molar ratio, magnesium carbonate to carbon, HCl to carbon dioxide, already we have moles of HCl, which is 0.1. So 0.1 divide 2 from equation by molar ratio, which is 510 to the power minus 3. Then how to calculate the volume of carbon dioxide gas given off in CM3. So use equation for gas, which is mole volume divide 24. Take care, volume must be in dm3. So to get volume, moles times 24. Moles already have it in previous step. So moles times 24 will be 0.12 dm3. 0.12 is dm3, but in question, examiner wants to convert dm3 to cm3. So take care about unit. Take care about unit, cm3. So must times 1000 to be cm3, which is 120. Question number 3. Nitrogen dioxide is an atmospheric pollutant and is formed in car engine. Explain how. Explain how to mark. So you must explain how nitrogen dioxide is formed in car engine. Nitrogen from air and oxygen from air reacts under high temperature inside car engine to form nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide causes respiratory problems. State one other adverse effect of nitrogen dioxide, which is acid rain. Dissolve in moisture form nitric acid. Nitrogen dioxide, number C. Nitrogen dioxide emission can be reduced by adding aqueous solution of urea. Urea is NH2 by 2CO. Draw like that. Displayed formula C double bond O NH2 NH2. The heat of exhausted gases breaks down the urea into simpler substance. Name the type of the reaction which occurs when substance is heated and breaks down into simpler substance. So when breakdown substance to be simpler substance, so one reactant decomposed to form two or more products, that means thermal decomposition. Reaction is decomposition, but when using heat, named as thermal decomposition. Thermal, I mean using heat. Decomposition means breakdown. Number 2, one molecule of urea breaks down to form one molecule of ammonia and one other molecule. Complete the chemical equation to show the formula of the other molecule formed in this reaction. So in this reaction already balanced. So NH2 by 2CO. We have 2 nitrogen, 4 hydrogen, 1 carbon, and 1 oxygen. In product, nitrogen should be 2, hydrogen should be 4, carbon should be 1, and oxygen should be 1. So already you have NH3. Already you have NH3. So still we need 1 nitrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 carbon, and 1 oxygen to be molecule, other molecule formed. So it is NHCO, NHCO. State the test for ammonia using DAM. Take care to write DAM. DAM red litmus paper turns to blue. The ammonia formed reacts when nitrogen dioxide to form nitrogen and water. So balance the equation. Balance the equation. So first, NO2 plus NH3 to be N2 plus H2O. We have 12. We start with hydrogen. Hydrogen in one side, in product, 12 times 2 is 24 hydrogen. So we need 20. Hydrogen is a 24. So put 8 in front of NH3 to be 24 in reactant side. Number of atoms in reactant must be equal to the number of atoms in product. So first, balance hydrogen. Easy one. So 8 NH3. Then balance the nitrogen. We have nitrogen 8 and has N2. Okay, let's see. We have oxygen 12. So second atom should be balanced is oxygen. So 12 times O, I mean 1 O is a 12. So you must put 12 oxygen in reactant. So put 6 here. If you put 6 here, we have now 14 nitrogen. So you must write 7 in front of N2. So again, to balance equation, start with hydrogen, then balance oxygen, then balance nitrogen. State how the equation shows that the nitrogen in nitrogen dioxide is reduced, so lost oxygen. This reaction is a redox. State the meaning of term of redox. The oxidation and reduction reactions occur in the same times. Now, number E. 135 moles of urea is stored in the tank of a car. Calculate the mass in kilogram. Take care, in kilogram, not in gram. So first, calculate MR. MR always in gram. MR always in gram. So we have 2 nitrogen, 2 times AR for nitrogen is 14. So 2 times 14 plus 4 times 1, we have 4. hydrogen with 1 AR. So 4 times 1 plus 12 carbon plus 16 AR for oxygen. So it will be 60 grams. Take care MR in gram unit. To get a mass from equation of solid, mole mass over MR. So mass will be moles times MR. Moles is a 135 already given in equation. MR is a 60, so it will be 8,100 grams. So to be in kilogram, divide 1,000, so 8.1 kilogram. Another oxide of number F, another oxide of nitrogen formed in a car engine is a nitrogen monoxide. Catalytic converter removes an O, which is nitrogen oxide, monoxide, by reacting it with a gas formed by incomplete combustion of the fuel. Two non-toxic gases formed. So question number 1, name the gas formed in complete combustion. Incomplete combustion means burns in sufficient amount or in limited amount of oxygen. Product will be carbon monoxide. Gas formed carbon monoxide. Name the two non-toxic gases. Non-toxic gas is a nitrogen and carbon dioxide. Question number 4 is a sample set. This question is about chemical reaction and electricity. The diagram shows the apparatus used in production of electrical energy in sample cell. Very important question about sample cell. Sample cell does not use just battery, use voltmeter. Reactive one will be anode, less reactive one will be cathode. The zinc electrode dissolved in electrolyte forming zinc ions. So draw arrow on the diagram to show the direction of electron flow. So electron flow always from anode to cathode in wire, from anode to cathode in wire. So draw arrow like that from anode to cathode. Then write ionic equation. When zinc electrode dissolved, zinc atom dissolved to be zinc ion plus 2 electron, which is oxidation reaction. The reading on the voltmeter can increase if either zinc or iron is replaced by another metal. Name a metal that can replace zinc and increase the reading of voltmeter. If you want to increase reading voltmeter, use more reactive metal. So this is zinc and this is iron. Zinc and iron, small distance in reactivity series. To be more reading, use more reactive than zinc. To be distant, larger. So magnesium or aluminium, that will be fine. Name of metal that can replace iron to increase reading. Replace iron, so zinc the same, just replace iron. So use metal to be more distance between zinc and other metal, which is copper. Okay, you can use silver, can use gold. Okay, just to make more distance between zinc and other metal. Fuel cells are used to generate electricity. Name the reactant in fuel cell. In fuel cell, use oxygen and hydrogen to form a water. Okay, to form a water and generate electricity. So name waste product, fuel cell is water. Number D. Electricity can be used to break down aqueous or molten ionic compound. Name the process which uses electricity to break down aqueous or molten ionic compound, which is electrolysis. Explain why ionic compound needs to be aqueous or molten to have free moving ions to carry charge. Brine is a concentrated aqueous sodium chloride. Question number E. Name 3 substances which are manufactured by passing electricity through brine. So, first of all, determine type of ions in solution. You have H ions, you have OH ions. From aqueous means water. Water dissociate to be H and OH. Then sodium chloride dissociate to be sodium and chloride ion. So we have 4 species in aqueous solution. Now, positive ions move toward cathode, which is negative. Hydrogen reduced in a state of sodium, so easily reduced because less reactive, so easily reduced, form H2, gains 2 electron to be H2. So hydrogen gas formed at cathode. And then at anode, negative ions move toward anode, which is positive electrode. Which one oxidize, OH or Cl? We use concentrated, so we have many ions of Cl. Okay, so chloride has many ions than OH, so it is oxidized to form chlorine gas. And then we already used the H with the H in cathode and Cl in anode. So at end of electrolysis, we have sodium hydroxide solution. Now, in question number 2, name a different substance formed when molten. Take care, we don't have water. We only have sodium and chloride ions. Is used in a state of concentrated sodium chloride. So name a different substance. Sodium. Sodium moves toward cathode and reduced. Question number 5, organic chemistry. Number A. Short chain alkanes and alkenes can be formed from long chain alkanes in chemical reaction. Name the type of chemical reaction which forms short chain alkane and alkene from long chain alkanes. Process is cracking. Decane has 10 carbon atoms. It formed ethane, and ethene as only product. Take care, as only product in this reaction. So to write formula for decane formed from 10. Cracking occurs for alkane, so formula is a CnH2n plus 2. So decane will be C10H22. So reactant is a C10H22. Cracked to be ethane, which is 2C2H6. Write formula correct first. C2H6 plus ethane as only product. Now you must balance the equation. So we have C10 here. So in product total, carbon must be C10. So use 4 C2H4. Now we have 4 times 2. We have 10 carbon, 8 carbon plus 2 from ethane. And 4 times 4 is 16 plus 6 is a 22. So 1 C2H6 and 4 molecule of C2H4. Take care, number of carbons and hydrogen in reactant must be equal to the number of carbons and hydrogen product. Number B, ethane reacts with chlorine at room temperature to form chloroethane. This is a substitution reaction. Alkane, ethane is alkane. Reacts by substitution reaction. So name the other product. Other product is the inorganic product. So hydrogen chloride. State the condition need for this reaction to take place. UV light is essential condition. Ethane reacts with chlorine at room temperature to form dichloroethane. Ethane is alkene. Reacts by addition reaction. Break double bond and add chlorine for each carbon. So what's the meaning of addition reaction? Addition reaction, only one product formed. Question number 2. The chemical equation for this reaction can be represented as shown. The energy for the reaction is minus 180 kilojoule per mole. This is a delta H already given in equation with negative charge. Take care, with negative charge. Okay, so use the bond energy in table to calculate the bond energy CCl. So value of CCl, okay, you don't have it. Use the following steps to calculate energy need to break bonds. So first of all, in reactant we have CCl is 240 and we have 4CH, so 4 times value of CH, which is 410. And also we have C double bond C, which is 610. So total energy need to break bonds is a 2,490. Add all of them. Okay, add all of them. Then use your answer in step 1 and energy change for the reaction to determine the energy released. From equation, delta H equals bond broken minus bond formed. So minus 180 already given in question equals bond broken. Bond broken is a 2490 to form X. So to get X, just add 2490 and other side with negative sign. So X will be 2670 kilojoule. So how to get value of CCl? So now already you have a value of bond formed in product. We have in product 2CCl so bond formed 2670 equals 4CH. Already we have 4CH, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have CC, which is 350. So to get value of 2CCl, change 2670 minus 1640 minus 350 to get value of 2CCl. Then to get value, divide by 2 to get value of one bond of CCl, which is 340. The name of 4 esters are listed: methyl propanoate, ethyl propanoate, propyl propanoate, and butyl propanoate. Just remember, ester formed when alcohol reacts with carboxylic acid to form ester and water using concentrated sulfuric acid as dehydrating agent or as catalyst. Esters are esters are family of organic compound with similar chemical properties. They have been represented by formula of CnH2nO2. It is the name given to family of organic compound with similar chemical properties. Homologous series. Homologous series. Okay. Explain why members of family of organic compound have similar chemical properties. All have function group, same function group. Okay, have same function group. All have same function group. State the name given to formula CnH2nO2. Name is the general formula. General formula for homologous series. Determine the value of N in butyl propanoate. We have 4 carbons in butyl and 3 carbons in propanoate. So it will be 7. Number B, all 4 of the ester in the list are liquids at room temperature. Take care about liquids. So just underline keywords in question to get a correct answer. Name the techniques used to separate ethyl ethanoate from a mixture of 4 esters. So to separate mixture of liquids with different boiling point, use a fractional distillation. All 4 ester can be made by reacting different alcohol with same substance. Name substance and draw structure, show all atoms and bonding. So all reacts with propionic acid. Different alcohol, methanol, ethanol, propanol, and butanol react all with propionic acid. Okay, to propionic acid. So carboxylic acid is a propionic acid. Draw like that. Draw first carboxylic acid, which is C double bond OOH. Then count 3 carbons, 1, 2, 3, and draw single bond H with other carbon. Name the alcohol used to make methyl propanoate. Methyl propanoate use methanol. Other ester not in the listed have the same molecular formula as propyl propanoate, but different structure. It is the term used to describe substance with the same molecular formula, but different in structures. It is a structure isomer. Name two esters with the same molecular formula as propyl propanoate. Propyl propanoate. We have 3 carbons and propyls and 3 propanoate. So all of them 6. C6H12O2. So use 2 ester with the same molecular formula. Ethyl butanoate all over 6 carbon. Butyl ethanoate. We have more choices. Polyesters can be made from 2 different molecules. 4 different molecules. I expected in June this year. It contains question about polyester using dicarboxylic acid and diol. Maybe in June, dicarboxylic acid and diimine. Okay, so complete the diagram to show section of polyester made from these molecules. Include all the atoms and all the bonds in linkage. So first of all, we have shaded box. Shaded box for C double bond O, C double bond O, and non-shaded for OH. So first, remove OH, condense OH from carboxylic acid, condense with H from alcohol, and draw linkage. So remove OH from carboxylic acid and H from alcohol and connect between C double bond O and O. So start from shaded box. Shaded box in left and right side, C double bond O. C double bond O. Then remove OH and draw continuous bond. Don't forget, draw continuous bond. Then C double bond O connected to O. Yes, connected to O. And then unshaded or plain box. Plain box from left and right with O. Then remove OH, OH from carboxylic acid and H from alcohol and connect between C double bond O and O. And then repeat this. Don't forget to draw continuous bond. 1 mark for continuous bond. Name the type of polymerization that takes place when this polymer forms. The condensation, polymerization, condensation, polymerization. Polyester is terylene. That's it for paper 4. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel to get more questions with more tricky points in exam. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.